Get started. Hey! So I guess I should start giving my introduction now. This is Bob from USstreamer, and this is today's live stream. And today we're going to be playing The Long Dark, which is a super fun survival environmental walking simulator, whatever you want to call it. It's all about staying alive in the cold of winter. And the premise is your plane crashes in the Canadian wilderness after some kind of weird accident, some kind of weird event that happened in the world, and you have to find your way to, shelter. You have to find your way to food. You have to basically stay alive as long as possible. And unlike a lot of survival games, this one is not procedurally generated, which means the map you're walking around in has been meticulously designed by hand. So everything is planned out ahead of time, and just through playing the game for 3 or 4 hours so far, I've managed to get a vague map of some areas in my head, not all of them. So now that you guys are here, welcome, and I'll get started. And if you're new to the room, if you're new to our kind of thing, feel free to ask questions. I always respond to people. I've got the chat open in front of me, and yeah, let's get started. So it doesn't really matter who you choose. It's just like really, there's a man and there's a woman. All that really differs, as far as I can tell, is excuse me, the voice samples. Well, let's play as the woman. Why not? It honestly doesn't matter. And this is the pre-alpha version, or maybe just the alpha version, I forget. It's the early access version. So only one of these 2 maps is available right now, but so we really don't have a choice in that matter. And I did write about this article for USgamer. Sorry, I did write about this game for USgamer. I wrote an article about this game. And I recommend you check it out. I really liked it. It reminds me of growing up in Northeast Ohio. I could be exaggerating just a little bit, but I know what it's like to be, frozen solid for a good 5 or 6 months of the year. So here is The Long Dark. You are started, excuse me, you are started in a random location at a random time of day. And I can just go over a few things really quick because my calories are dropping as we talk. And calories are basically what you use to do everything, just like in real life. And they're your fuel, so if you run out of fuel, you will die. And there are also some other factors to consider, like fatigue, cold, hunger, and thirst. They're kind of like a sim. You got to take care of all your needs here. And just staying outside, just the act of being outside hurts you. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can look at your equipment, you can forage for wood, you can start a fire, you can do repairs. You can't... I don't think you... Okay, I guess you can't harvest stuff now. So there's a lot to do, and not a lot of time to do it in, so I'm just going to get started moving in one direction. And there's a lot of just walking in this game, which is fine. I mean, like, it's really pretty to look at. And this is actually... I've never been to this building before, so we'll see what's up with it. But also, in case you're wondering, this game does run in widescreen. I'm just playing it windowed because I want to be able to look at the chat window at the same time. And I found a deer carcass, but I don't have a knife to carve it with, so I'm out of luck right now. But I can remember that that's there. Just make a mental note that that's there, and I can come back to it. And this is cool because I've never actually been to this dam yet in this level. I've never found it before. So Flipsider says, I don't like that it's in first person. Why is that, Flipsider? Just curious. I like it because it really... I don't know, to me it really brings you more into the world, that you can't see your character. Like, just the environment wraps itself around you. There's no, like, way to distance yourself from it. So that's what I like about it. I'm just checking the periphery here just to make sure there's nothing else I need to look at. Like, maybe there's a cabin nearby. Maybe there's some supplies nearby. This is something. Maybe there's nothing useful in here, but we can always check. And as you can see, just being underneath this shelter keeps me warmer. I know what you mean, Flipsider, with your comment. I do wish you could see your character's legs. That would be nice. One nice touch is you do leave footprints behind, and that's a good way to retrace your steps because there is no map in this game. You can't really write a map, I guess, in the game. You can work on a map outside of the game if you want. But Yeah, you have no map. Everything you're used to and spoiled by in modern games is gone. Your health doesn't recharge. In fact, it decharges. Yeah, you start with nothing. You start with some basic. I think you just start with clothes and maybe some food. Just basic gear. And in case you guys didn't know, this game is developed by people who have worked on a number of AAA games. If you go to the Kickstarter page, this developer, it's maybe 5 or 6 people, I think it is, and they all came from the AAA space. They worked on things like Red Faction, Armageddon, lots of like Activision, EA, like you name it. You name a popular game from the past 5 years, they probably worked on it. So Hugh Lagu is asking how many loot caves are there. It's funny you should ask that because any sort of indoor environment you find is essentially a loot cave, because this is where you find all of your items. I mean, there are items outside of, outside in the wilderness, like, the deer carcass we just found, but most of the things that you do find will be in abandoned buildings, and they are a little spooky. And I am playing in a kind of a bright room, so I am stumbling through the dark, but the game does that too. The game wants you to stumble through the dark as well. When it gets dark in the game, it really gets dark. It's not day for night like most games do. It's I can't see shit, basically. And yeah, like it's possible. I don't have a flashlight, I don't think. So I'm kind of just feeling my way around in the dark. Hopefully I'll find a something worth stealing from this place. And in case you're wondering, there are no living humans, at least not that I could find. No hostile humans either. The worst thing you'll find are wolves, and they will kind of kill you super fast, which is something I'm not a huge fan of. They will kill you in an instant. Not an instant, but they can seriously mess with you. They can seriously impede your progress, because one wolf encounter can really shred your life, just make you start bleeding. Things like that. So I am just using Matchlight right now, which works. And yes, Flipsider, there is music in the game. A little music played when I was approaching the Hydro Dam. And they drop in music really thoughtfully. It's usually when you discover something interesting, or you kind of stumble into a beautiful vista, things like that. So right now I'm just looting the hell out of this place, because that's basically the point of these indoor environments, is to loot them. And periodically I'm going to light some matches just so I can, just so I can see. You don't find any living humans, at least, like I said, I've never found one, but you do find some corpses, and you can loot the corpses as well. Thankfully, there are no zombies. I think maybe too many of these survival games have zombies in them. It's nice to see a game without zombies for once. Or some sort of, like, humanoid threat. It's really you against nature in this game. And you can hear my character, hopefully you can hear her. She's chattering through her teeth. She's, not very warm. And, hopefully I can find a furnace to warm myself up with. Otherwise, oh, we lost our match. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to truck out and find another place. I really need somewhere to sleep, and unfortunately, sleeping is something that also drains your calories, because just sleeping, your body is doing things while you sleep. It's powering certain functions, and that will drain your calories. Not as fast though, but it's something you have to worry about. Yeah, I assume that we have a question about the different kinds of matches. I assume the wooden matches will last longer, because I think wooden matches in general are longer. So we have cardboard matches here too.
This stuff will come in handy.
So yeah, luckily there's no there's no like platforming in this game. You can't even jump, so not that you would want to, because you can fall and hurt yourself really easily.
Prepared for anything.
Even running through the snow for too long may cause you to sprain your ankle, which really sucks, because then you can't run at all. And you have to rest to basically recover from any injury. Just want to make sure I covered myself here. Yeah, as far as I know, you can't drink your own pee or filter your own pee through something. I'm not sure of the mechanics of that in real life, but they are not in this game. Yeah, standard FPS stuff. All you can really do is crouch. You know, your typical WASD movement. I don't think there's controller support. I normally wouldn't play this kind of game with a controller.
This will come in handy.
You can strafe, but I guess you can strafe in real life too if you want. No one really does. I may try it later. Who knows? Actually, you can choose a male or a female character. Jay early wanted to know that. I just chose female for, you know, because I played as male the first couple times. And all that really matters is you just get different voice samples, as far as I know. The male character isn't stronger in any ways, and nor is the female character. So, yeah, just like, hey, you want to play as a woman? Here's your chance. You want to play as a man? Go for it.
Probably useful.
And as you can see, there is a lot to take in these buildings. I'm happy I found this place first. When you start off at a ooh, nice. When you start off near a building, you are really at an advantage because you get a ton of supplies. Yeah, even being inside has helped me stay a little less cold. I can hit tab and tell you that it's 37 degrees in here, Fahrenheit, which is pretty warm for this game. I mean, usually you're out and it's like in the negatives, and I am using the Imperial system because I'm a filthy American. The game's default is Celsius, and I don't know Celsius. I only measure things by the hogshead too. So yeah, we will go outside. I'm spending an awful lot of time indoors, but that's only because this game started me right by a building, and I'm taking advantage of it by going down into a creepy basement. And I'm not sure where this is going to take me. This is actually kind of exciting because my last playthroughs of this game, and I've never finished it, I'm not sure if you really can, but my last play sessions with this game, I never found this place. I read about it in a preview, but I never found this place, so it's cool. I don't know what secrets it holds. I don't know. I hope there are no basement wolves, as one of our people in the chat room are saying. As far as I know, wildlife can't go indoors in this game. I don't want to be surprised by that, though. So yeah, this game may look kind of boring right now, but exploring indoors is only one element of what you're doing in this game.
Okay.
The most fun really is going outside, looking at all the sights. It's just really a beautiful game. And it's extremely lo-fi too. It's basically like the Wind Waker style, where it's like, you know, art over complexity, I guess. This is not a photorealistic game. It doesn't want to be, and I think it's really effective because of that. So we're gonna just figure this place out real quick, and then we're gonna go head outside. The thing is, like in a lot of these survival games, you need to sleep to save your game. So hopefully I can find a place to lay out my bedroll. I might just do it in here real quick, so I can sleep for an hour and just save, because I don't want to lose all of that equipment I just got, just because a wolf finds me, catches me unaware, you know. So let's eat this beef jerky. Another thing you have to worry about in this game is things can be poisoned. Not poisoned via foul play or anything, but just, you know, food spoils. And as far as I know, there's no way to tell if the food is spoiled ahead of time. You just have to be like, okay, I hope this isn't spoiled. Please, please God, don't let this food be spoiled. And if you get food poisoning, well, oh, there's a corpse. So hey guys, here's something new. I have not found the hatchet until now in any play session, so this is historic for me. Because getting wood is really important in this game, and please excuse the fact that I just said getting wood is important. I meant foraging for wood. I meant finding wood. So let's find some of these. I'm gonna run out of matches if I'm not careful, but I do want to can opener. So Hugaloo wanted to know why I'm not wearing using the lantern. That's because I don't need it now. If I'm in the middle of a snowstorm, then I'll really need it. Or if it's at night, I'll really need it. Right now, I can just kind of see, and matches are enough to get by. Like I said, you have to be really every decision you make has to be very very thoughtfully made. You can't waste anything. You just have to make sure that you're using the minimum amount of resources at any time to do whatever you want to do, because you are planning for the future always in this game. And I don't believe there's an exit here, so we're gonna head back through the spooky hallway. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to throw out my bedroll, sleep and save, and then go out into the wild, and we'll find some new stuff. How about that? Sorry about that, guys. I muted my mic to take a drink and I forgot to unmute it. So, as you can see... yeah. So, I'm just gonna let this dude kill me because I was actually moused out of my my game window, but we can load our old save. Or we can't load our own... okay. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. So apparently I didn't save and we're starting over, but that's cool because sometimes sessions in this game can last like 20 minutes. I apologize for the mic muting. I forgot that I muted it. So now we're going to see where the game starts us off this time. What time of the day it is, what part of the forest we're in, the weather conditions, all different right now. All very different than when we started last time. And just like last time, I started with nothing, and I'm going to find some stuff. I'm going to find some landmarks. I'm going to see what I can do in these mountains. But maybe... oh, okay, I see some stuff down there. Yeah, you can save. I just don't know why I didn't save that last time. It was supposed to. I could be thinking of a different game, though. Maybe I am. Maybe you can't save, but I'm pretty sure you can. So we found another clearing here, and I am a different character this time. And I've never been here either, so this is cool. I'm actually stumbling across some new areas with you guys today, which is great. And you can't pick up the propane, I guess. Where's Hank Hill when you need him, I ask you? Oops, 1 second. I got my windows all messed up here. Okay, I'm back. So we are back. We are back exploring new places, stealing things from new people. And just generally breaking and entering all over the place. But you know what? I haven't seen a person here. I don't know if breaking into someone's house is against the law in Canada. I'm from America. So, nothing more, I guess. Pork and beans, why not? Alright, so that's enough for this little trailer. This calendar gives us no information about where we are, what year it is. And let's continue exploring the other parts of this cabin. Other cabins, rather. So nothing really in here, except for it's a little warmer. And let's go in here. So Jay Early wants to know, why is it that all humans are dead or gone? That is the mystery of Jay. Hopefully that will be answered, or you can at least find some hints to the backstory in the story version of the game, which is not present in this version yet. They are still working on the story mode. I don't know what the story mode will entail, but I'm hoping, really hoping it lets you find clues as to what happened in this world, because the world is very haunting. You can tell that things aren't going well here, that something happened. But as to what that is, really, it's anyone's guess at this point. Yeah, the game's webpage says that there was a geomagnetic disaster. Ooh, very nice. It is great that like I can start a new game and just find places I've never been before, items I've never had before. That's what I like about this game. But still, no way to build a fire in this cabin, so we'll move on to the next one. And I think we didn't go in this one. So we'll head on in. Yeah, it is very, very much like the road. You're right. That's what Hugaloo said in the chat. I totally agree. Yeah, that should have been more obvious to me, being an English lit major. But yeah, good eye. Flipsider says, I wonder if item placement might be randomized. That could be true. I think I have found different items in different in the same places, but I did not take notes or anything, so it could just be me misremembering. Hidden energy bar. That was a hard sentence to say. And let's see what else. I don't really know what a geomagnetic disaster is. Can someone explain that to me in the chat? Is that when something happens to the poles or something? The Earth's poles? So we will eat something. I'm just going to sleep for an hour again and see if I can actually save my game. Yeah, it's a saved game, so we should be good. Maybe you can't load in this early version yet, but I'd be surprised if you couldn't. I think I have loaded a game before. Although I am surprised somebody mentioned poutine in a can. Why are there pork and beans in Canada? Shouldn't it be poutine? I mean, I've never had poutine, but I'd imagine it would come in a can at some point, right? So how about this? Let's do a little poll in the chat room, and I'll just hang out here. How about this? Who says I should go right, which is over here, and who wants me to go left? Let's just do an informal poll, and we'll move on from there. I'm basically going with the first answer I get because there's a 30-second delay between me talking and you answering. So first answer gets it. Okay. So we got a few lefts already, and I'm going to go left now. So Flipsider says disco fries are what poutine is called, and I've never heard that. What makes them disco-y? That's my question. I'm learning so much about Canada today. So thankfully, most of you said left. I'm sorry if you said right. Otherwise, I'd be standing out in the cold for another minute. And again, like we're by a logging camp. We see the evidence of that all around us. You know, this clear-cut area here, and The game is pretty smart about environmental touches like that. Like, if you're in an area where people were, there's traces of them. You know, if they could put a hamburger in a can, I think they could put French fries in a can. Although both are disgusting. Or would be disgusting. I've never had hamburger in a can before. That would be a particularly low moment in my life, and I hope it never comes to that. So apparently disco fries have cheese sauce, but not the curds of poutine. So that's your Canada fact for today. And Flipsider says the word poutine makes him uncomfortable, and I agree with you. It does sound like a weird... I don't know what it sounds like, but it doesn't sound appetizing. So I'm taking the left path here, and I don't think I've been to this area before. I mean, a lot of it does seem to blend together in my head, but I don't remember this particular spot. So we're out in this clear-cut area here. And I'm walking towards it, so what do you guys think? Should I go up this pathway here, where these birds are? The birds can't hurt me, by the way. Or should I try going this way? To the right. What do you guys think? I'll just hang out here until I get some answers. Thankfully, I don't see any wolves. I am getting a little cold, though, so I would like to find shelter before too long. Birds. Okay, actually, I'm going to go for the birds path because I see a sign which may bring me somewhere close to shelter. Maybe some cabins, maybe like a little hunting setup. I just need to build a fire, really, at this point. Yes, Seven Pains, burger in a can does exist, and it's terrible. It's not just burger meat in a can, I think it's the entire bun. So, whatever this is over here. Let's check it out. Whatever it is, the birds are not happy about it. So, they got a little fence over here, and so Kiwi Kitty joined the room, and Kiwi Kitty wants to know, is this a survival game, a horror game? It's actually just a survival game. There are no real horror elements. It's all about staying alive in the cold, attending to all of your needs, finding shelter, finding heat, finding food, finding water, and finding, you know, enough to stay alive on. Yeah, it is kind of the horror of loneliness. It's a very lonely game. You don't ever find anyone, at least as far as I've been able to see. There are no other people in the game. Yeah. But I like this pathway. I've never been up here before, and it gives you a pretty nice view of the surrounding woods. My cold is way the hell up, though. I really want to take care of that soon. Oh, it's only 24. That's not too bad. So there is music in this game, Flipsider. It actually played when I walked out of the dam with my first character, and I think it played when I discovered the dam with my first character. So, well, this is interesting. There's a broken fence piece, and a book bag and some materials. And I bet there will be a corpse down there, but I don't want to fall to my death. That could be it over right there. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna stay up here. I'm not going to make the mistake this person did. Yeah, this is a pathway up a mountain, and we are just walking up it. That was the choice the room made, the chat room made, so I went with it. And oh my God, the secret twist: the corpse at the bottom is me, says Nick Daniel. It's possible the game could be turned down too low. Let me adjust my settings real quick. Let me know if that's any better. I'll also do one more thing. Maybe that'll help you out. Oh. So, one sec. So Flipsider, I did adjust some things. Let me know if you can hear it any better. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I can only hear it on my end, so I need you to tell me if how it sounds and everything. I'm actually going to do a little experiment with my stream setup. I'm going to turn the volume down on my end. Let me know if it actually turns down on your end as well. So I turned the volume all the way down on my end, and I don't know if that also turns it down on your end as well through the Windows sounds panel. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. That's not fun. That's not good. Hopefully I can make it around here without dying. So I did turn the sound down for me. Is it turned down for you guys? Okay. That's really helpful. Sorry, my streaming program lied to me. It lied to me. But now I know what to do, which is helpful. And I've never been here either, so guys, we're making some cool progress today. The volume should be super great right now. Cool. Yeah, sorry it took half the stream to do that. I just I didn't realize it was so low for you guys. I apologize. Unfortunately, it's a little high for me now, so I feel like I'm shouting, but how do I get in this building? Oh. Okay.
This stuff will come in handy.
You should be hearing music right now, actually. There was a theme that played when I entered this little cabin setup. And we have a fire! Heck yeah! The radio does not work.
I'll take it.
If I had to guess, they would probably use radios in the story mode to let you know certain things in the game, or maybe let you use them to hear bulletins or maybe distress signals or something like that. That would be cool. And we have a hatchet again. Man, I have not found a hatchet in this game until I started playing on stream, so this is pretty cool. So my cold is way the hell up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a fire, and like anything you do in this game, you can fail at it. So I'm going to do something to make myself not fail at it, and that's use accelerants. So my success went way up. I have a 30-minute duration for this fire, so I'm going to start it. Hopefully...
Come on, fire.
Oh man, God. Alright, so we blew our chance. Hopefully I can do it again. Okay, we're good. So I'm just gonna shove myself into the flame here, and I don't really know how fire works in the game, like how close you have to be to it, but as you can see, my cold is dropping a little bit, so we're doing good. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna melt some snow. And that way we can have some water in case we need it. Let's see, hunger and thirst are still a problem, so I'm going to eat more and drink more. Unfortunately, Seven Pain said, "Let's cook up some pork and beans." You have to eat them raw. There's no cooking of the pork and beans. Nope, you can't. Weird, okay. So my cold's going down, which is great. I'm gonna keep eating. And what else can I do? Oops. Hunger still up a little bit. So right now I'm going to melt some snow, which will give us water, which we then have to boil. So let's melt a little bit of the snow. I don't know where we're getting snow from. I just assume it's everywhere, so let's melt it. And let's boil some water. And right now we are out of fire, so I got rid of all my coal, which is great, almost all of it, and now I have some water I can drink, which is great. It's under here as potable water, or water potable. Oh, we only have unsafe water, okay. Huh, I thought I had safe water. Maybe I just couldn't finish boiling it all. Okay. So right now we're going to rest again, just to save. And I do want to look out over the horizon because this game is so pretty, guys. I love how this game looks. It's very nice looking. I mean, it's super simple, the effects they're using, but they're really effective. I love it. I love how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to go back inside, and I'm going to take a little nap. A little nap. Come on. And I woke up in complete darkness, and I'm literally shouting at you guys because the wind is whipping through my headphones, so it's really as it should be. So I'm gonna go out in the complete darkness. As you can see, this is completely dangerous and not good for me. So what I'm going to do now is light my storm lantern, which has nothing in it. So I don't have a lot of time left with this lantern, so I'm going to try to make some progress down this pathway. If you don't mind, I'm going to turn the game audio down a bit, because it is really, really loud for me on my end. I'll turn it back up once the wind dies down a bit. One sec. There we go. I mean, you know, technically I can sleep until the morning, but I don't have a lot of food. And sleeping that long really cuts into your calories, and you don't want that at all. I would rather use those calories finding a new bunch of resources than sleeping, you know, and depleting what I have. So, you know, hopefully there's something for me to find out here. Outside of, you know, instant death by wolves. So this might be a bad idea, but what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm at a dead end up here. I'm going to go back down the pathway from where I came and take the other route, unless there's something up here, and I don't think there is.
Damn. Oh.
Jeez. As you can see, all I was doing was climbing up a slight incline, and I sprained my ankle. So that's this game for you. That is totally this game's deal. And I don't know if that's a path to hell or not, so I'm not going to go down. But now I am up. Oh. Alright. As you can see, I'm falling, stumbling through the darkness. I think the best thing to do right now is to do the exact opposite of what I said would be a bad idea, and that's to wait until there's some daylight. Yeah, I don't like the voices that much. They do kind of throw you out of it, but you might be able to turn them off. I think you can turn them off, actually. Because I'm really thinking that all the things this character is saying, I don't really need them to say it, so... Yeah, I am in complete darkness now. Sorry, I'm just stumbling to try and find the door. Let's put away the lantern, why don't we? The good news is we can actually repair our broken ankle or sprained ankle by sleeping with a bandage on. I think that's what you have to do. Oh, the door's over here. So as you can see, just getting around in the dark can kind of suck if you're, So, sprained ankle, take painkillers, and rest for 4 hours. We can do that. I think I have painkillers. I don't have painkillers. Actually, it may get better over time. Let's sleep for this many hours. So it's not really morning. It's morning enough for me, and I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty right now. All right. I do buy the whole talking to yourself angle because you probably would be doing that too if you were just alone with no one else. I don't have a can opener. What are we gonna do? Let's just try to smash it open, I guess. Alright, pork and beans, eh? I'm going to assume this person can wake up whenever they want to because they have like an iPhone alarm or something, I don't know. I think not being able to control the amount you can sleep would be a little too unfair, although I understand why that could be an interesting idea. I just think there's enough going against you in this game as is. I don't need it to be any harder. I really don't. Alright, let's sleep until there's some daylight. I don't want to go out in that snowstorm, I really don't. So, here we are, back in the cabin. It is day is breaking. Dawn is breaking. Doesn't look like it, but it is. The important thing is I can actually see outside, which is what I want. The reason I did that is because I don't know how to lower the lantern. I didn't feel like looking, so I just dropped it and then picked it up again. But hey, you know what? This stream is going to be over in about 10 minutes, so let's head back out into the depth of wilderness. And we're going to see like what's back down this little hill. Yeah, the weather is pretty scary in this game, especially if you've lived through savage winters, as I have. And apparently my ankle is all okay now. I think just sleeping made it better. I'm like Wolverine or something. So there's a little, I'm gonna actually go this way, you know, why not? Because I have no freaking clue where else to go. It looks like it's not too big of a drop, and it's not, so here we go. This, on the other hand, oops, okay, well I already started going down, so I guess I have no choice but to keep it moving. Okay. I am like cringing here at home as I go down these drops. It's really, really hard to judge these. Oh, Jesus. I just kind of fell through a tree there. And I re-sprained my ankle, which is not fun. So yeah, maybe not the best approach to survival is to walk down a mountain in the blizzard, but you know what? I take risks. I take a lot of stupid, stupid risks. And I'm doing a really good job of just taking a lot of fall damage here. Actually, I think the reason I couldn't load my old save was because I died. It might be like hardcore mode where you...
That smarts a bit.
Where you can't get your character back if you die. You can stay, but you can't get that character back. So maybe that's how the game operates.
Things are starting to look pretty grim.
So I've not been here either. I'm just going to follow this frozen creek and hopefully I'll see... that could be a building. It could also be a cliff. It is a cliff. Alright, let's keep following this this frozen river. I'll play for the next 5-10 minutes and you might not see me die. Okay, so that brought us nowhere. I'm cold as hell. And I got nothing to eat and nothing to make fire with, but you know what, that didn't stop me before, so let's just keep walking. And I'm just gonna keep following this stream. Hopefully I'll see something, but I have a nice landmark to keep myself on the right track.
That smarts a bit.
And I am very cold, as you can see in my my status there. Very, very cold. I could not be colder. It is currently negative 26 out with a wind chill of negative 44, so I don't blame this person for just freezing, being really cold. And you will find yourself in these kind of situations a lot in this game. Like, I have so little to go on, I just need to keep pushing forward, and maybe I'll live. Maybe I'll live.
It's a bit. I'll make it.
I think this might be a building of some sort. We could be back at the clearing from earlier. It could be a different clearing. But there's a building here.
Ow.
Well, not really a building, more of a structure, but yeah. So I'm just going to keep moving because I can always eat and drink later. I really want to find shelter. I really want to find something to make fire with. I am getting kind of screwed here. This is a different little structure that I can use. With nothing in it, okay. I could probably start a fire here. I don't know if it's gonna work. So that actually worked. So hooray for us. We did something good. We have nothing left to burn, unfortunately, but we're gonna just jump into the fire, get really warm, get less awfully cold. And I don't even know if I can get warmer in this area. This campfire is not really helping me that much. Okay. Well, that helped a little bit. As you can see, I got out of that situation pretty well. It stopped snowing, which is great. Some birds are partying up there in the sky. Things are going well for us now. I still have a sprained ankle. I don't have painkillers. I don't have much of anything, really. But we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. So Flipsider wants to know, hey Bob, is US Gamer going to cover Dark Dreams Don't Die? Actually, I just picked up my Xbox today, and you should see something about the game by Monday or Tuesday of next week on the site about it. I'm really excited to play it.
Smarts a bit.
And I love Deadly Premonition. I know it's a different kind of game, but I want to see if it's worth the wait, worth the hype. I really am just walking in circles, aren't I? You do that a lot in this game. You need to have you need to hone your sense of direction because
But I'll make it.
otherwise you're in trouble. And it's good to have some good landmarks to know exactly where you're going. It's pretty heartbreaking when you are like just on a trudge through the snow looking for things and you come across a place you've already been that's completely cleared out. It's like, ah. Why did I do that? Definitely heard a wolf there. We'll just keep moving. And see what we can find. It does help to get up pretty high in these mountains, that way you can look down and head towards a place you haven't been before, although there are a lot of trees in this forest, so it is often difficult to see through them. Can I make it up this? Is it too steep? Nope. I'm just walking in circles now. There are my footprints.
Ow!
You really should be able to slide like Mario down these hills. That would be great. On your butt, you know?
Ow!
And now I'm back to being cold again. And I got nothing to eat, nothing to drink. It's not looking too good for me. But then again, I kind of pulled myself out of that tailspin earlier, so who knows? Okay, I will be wrapping this up in like 3 or 4 minutes, so please ask whatever else you have, any other burning questions you might have about this game. Let me know. It's available on Steam for $19.99. That's a little steep for an unfinished game, but you're basically investing in the game, essentially. It's basically like a Kickstarter type situation, and I like it. I mean, you really have to try it, I think. If you've got a buddy who has it, or maybe you want to go like split the cost and both play it, that could be a good way to get into it. But yeah, it's just really unique, great, just stunning atmosphere, really low tech but very effective. I was hoping I'd find one more thing before I let you guys go today, but I could just be heading on a road to nowhere here. So Uzunare wants to know, will there be coverage of the Cho Dengeki Striker visual novel? I like visual novels, I'd have to check it out. As long as it's not pervy or porny, I'd play it. I'd definitely play it. Unfortunately, a lot of them are kind of porny. And that's not what I look for in a game.
That smarts a bit.
Well, I will look into it then. The visual novel you mentioned earlier. I've not heard of it. I know Steam has a lot of well, not a lot, but they're getting more visual novels. I'd love to see things like Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright head to Steam. That'd be amazing. Those games really need bigger audiences, or or more varied audiences. The PC crowd doesn't really know about them too much. Hey, we can end our game here, guys. Spooky music.
Hurts a bit, but I'll make. Ow!
And I have been here before. In fact, I think I used this cabin as the image for the stream, or for the preview for the stream. Very cool.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Well, we're getting some. How about that? Yep. I have been here before in an earlier game. There's a safe you can't open unless you have the password, and I have no idea where to find that. And there's a can opener. I needed that a while ago.
Too cold to think.
Hopefully I can, okay, you can't craft in this version of the game, just so you know. There will be crafting at some point, just not yet. Okay. So much great stuff. All in one cabin. And I do think the items might be randomized because I don't recall finding a backpack in this place before. I think every game does have to have crafting now, but you know what? Crafting is a lot of fun. I don't...
Must be prepared for anything.
I won't hold it against games if they have crafting in them. As long as they don't make it tedious or boring, I'm cool with crafting. I'm down with crafting. So we might be able to start a fire now. And after I get all my stuff together, we can say goodbye to you guys. Alright, well, I was not expecting to actually succeed at that. So that MRE is apparently awesome for calories, which it should be. That's what it's really designed for. Oh yeah, don't forget the rifle. I see Nenu Sliggy has played this before. Yeah, look right here. Forgot about that guy. You know, the only problem is I've never found bullets for it. I have not been able to find bullets for it in any game yet. Which is perfect for this kind of game. It's just like, hey, here's a gun, but no bullets, sorry. You're out of luck, buddy. So actually, I was able to boil some water that I can now drink that water because it's no longer just dirty snow water. Yeah, one day I will find bullets for my infernal gun. my infernal non-working gun. I will shoot the wolves, and then I will eat the wolves. Okay, everybody, well, that is my stream for today. As always, if you haven't followed this channel yet, please do so. I think you just click follow and you're good to go, and that way you'll be keyed into all of the upcoming streams, all of the stuff we'll be doing on this channel. And if you ever want to watch an archive version of this stream, you go to youtube.com/USGamerNet, and you will find all of the streams we've done today, and that includes, I've done stuff like Duke Nukem, I've done stuff like Robin Williams games that he started, sort of, Dark Souls, you name it. We got all kinds of great streams up there, so check it out at youtube.com/USGamerNet. And as always, please visit our site at usgamer.net for all of your best video game writing ever. And I say that because I'm full of myself. I'm just kidding. I love everybody and all of you too. So please come back for our next stream. They're every Tuesday and Thursday, usually around this time. And thanks again for coming, and I will see you guys next time in the next stream. Later.